Hey guys, a super quick review this time on the Google Pixel Buds. And I'm going to get started with the price as usual. At $270 Canadian, you can get these guys delivered with taxes in. And for a little bit of context, you can pick up a pair of AirPods with wireless charging for about 20 bucks more, or AirPod Pros for about $100 more. So I'll get started with some of the pros, and first and foremost, the feel and the overall usability of this case. It's pretty solid. It feels premium. It has wireless charging. It even has USB-C charging, and the most important thing, damn it has a very solid sounding click. My finger fat got in the way. Battery life is also solid with about 5 hours of listening time, 2.5 hours roughly if you're talking or on phone calls for the most part. The case itself stores about 24 hours of additional battery, and again, half of that if you're going to use that for primarily talking. The earbuds themselves, I will say, I'm a pretty big fan of the fact that you can swipe up to increase the volume and swipe down to lower the volume. You really don't see a lot of that volume changing capability on a lot of these wireless headphones. And then there's the usual things where you tap to play and pause and double tap and triple tap and long press to yada yada yada. But the biggest benefit is you have your assistant with you everywhere you go. So if you say, hey, assistant, you can literally ask it anything that's on your mind. You can ask it to do stuff, and it'll even tell you notifications as they start showing up on your phone. More on that in the second half of the video. So the whole point of these guys is to make an AirPod equivalent for a Pixel phone. So if the AirPods work really well with iPhones and iPads and iOS and Mac devices, the Pixel Buds work amazingly well with Pixel phones. So literally all you have to do is pop the lid and it'll automatically pop up on your screen saying, do you want to pair with this? And show you your battery life and all the amazing things you need to know about your actual headphones. That being said, you know that every time you open that lid and take out those buds, they will already be paired and ready to go right out of the case. And last but not least, one thing I really like about these guys, it's not here yet, but they will be coming in different colors. I don't care so much about the stupid names like Quite Mint or Almost Black, but the point is the black ones, when they come out, will look a little bit more, as the kids say, low-key. I think I used that correctly. Unfortunately, the cases are all white on all three different color options. That being said, don't hold your breath, because it'll probably be a while before these come out. I mean, these guys were out in the US about 3 months ago, I want to say, and they finally came to Canada. And that skepticism is a perfect transition into the negatives or cons of these headphones. Now, the first three, roughly, negatives are all around the same thing: the fit and feel of these guys in your ear. Starting off with the little sticking out, pokey, bendy part here, I understand that it's designed to be able to keep them snug and secure in your ear, but they get really uncomfortable. And after about maybe 20 or 30 minutes, I find myself often trying to readjust them or, take them out, put them back in, or shove them in deeper so they're not pressing so much on the cartilage. And I'm not a huge fan of this thing. I mean, Bose does it really well, and it doesn't hurt. Maybe it's just the material used, maybe it's just too hard plastic or rubber, whatever the hell it is, but I don't know, I'm not a huge fan. Now, these headphones are designed to be noise isolating, which means that you shove them really deep into your ear to get, the full effect of the sound and all that fun stuff. The problem is that in an environment where you want to be aware of your surroundings and make sure people aren't getting too close to you in your space and, closer than 6 feet, all that fun stuff, I don't know if you want something that you shove so far in your ear that you can't really hear your surroundings. I mean, this is one of those headphones where, when you put something in your ear and you can hear yourself, that's the experience. Because they're noise isolating, they really heavily depend on getting really super close to your eardrum by being shoved into your ear. So the sound quality is meh. Bass is a little weak, the highs are okay, the mids are, yeah, okay, whatever. So a perfect example, I was mowing the lawn and I had to crank these guys up to full blast to be able to hear anything over the lawnmower. And at that point, you can't really make out too much of the clarity of the sound. So if you're listening to podcasts, fantastic. But for music, there are a lot of other options out there that sound a lot better. And finally, I don't have a tinfoil hat, okay? I'm just saying, for some of you, and I know a lot of people are a little paranoid about this stuff, the biggest con is Google Assistant everywhere, which is also one of the biggest pros for a lot of people. It's great to have that assistant, but sometimes you don't want that assistant listening to every single thing you say or practically think. But basically, if you have a Google Home already in your house or a Google Pixel device, you know, the phone's listening to everything. That's just the nature of the beast. That's the cost of having an assistant who's always listening. It's always listening. So in summary, guys, I'd say that these Pixel Buds are okay. They're pretty cool. For the price, I'd say that you're really paying that premium for having the Google Assistant with you everywhere you go, and also having a really clicky case. No, but seriously, if you don't mind mediocre kind of sound profile, you know, think AirPods. They're nothing great. They're okay. They get the job done, especially if you're in a quiet environment. You'll be able to hear pretty well. But if it's a different kind of a setting, maybe steer away from these guys and look at something else like the Sony in-ear ones with the stupid name. Those ones. Or, you know, maybe AirPods or something else. But if you're into the whole Google ecosystem, then maybe these are the ones for you. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.